So this is Kelly right here. Kelly Christoph, Twitter account. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. She's gone.
What if I told you that a single statement could instantly ruin a franchise's relationship with its fan base? Indeed, that is what has occurred. The team president, Kelly Christoph, just made the worst mistake in WNBA history.
So it looked like Indiana Fever president Kelly Christoph is running from the fans, and she's not giving answers. She has deactivated her social media account.
The news is spreading like wildfire across the media. The backlash is completely crazy. Fans of Caitlin Clark are going crazy. With her remarks, Kelly Christoph, who is meant to be Clark's biggest supporter, just threw her under the bus. The sentence was really startling and deafening. The repercussions are absurd. Following the announcement, millions of fans worldwide are considering boycotting the franchise. What on earth is going on? For both Clark and her admirers, the past week has been quite the roller coaster.
It is just absolutely not good enough that the organization is doing this.
If you've heard the statement and believe that Kelly Christoph should be held responsible, please let Kelly know in the comments section below. Stay tuned because what you're going to hear will make you reevaluate all you currently know about this franchise. Let's dissect Kelly's claim. She recently dropped this bombshell, and social media is going crazy about it. Our goal is to maintain the franchise's growth and level of interest. This relates to the Indiana Fever, after all. Yes, we have core players like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, and you know we're going to keep adding to that. However, I want this team to be the nation's top team and a long-lasting brand like Apple or something. We have a genuine opportunity here, after all.
We have a foundational player in Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston, and, we're going to continue to add to that. But I want this team to be the leader in the country and, a brand, an enduring brand, like
centered on a company that is even more significant than Clark herself. The boldness.
Calling the Fever a lost cause is an understatement. Calling this organization a lost cause is an understatement.
They had as few as 4,000 fans out and were hardly registered before her arrival.
You're going to be regulated back to the days of drawing 4,000 in attendance.
With her alone, the team became the buzz of the town, garnered millions of fans and treasured moments, and became the most watched and followed team in the WNBA. The franchise is now acting as though they created everything by themselves with her.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have any opportunity. You have one opportunity. And her first initial is C and her second.
Even more startling is the fact that the statement was made at an occasion meant to honor Clark and her influence on the team rather than during a press conference following a contentious game. This timing could not have been more cruel. Rather than applauding her influence and strengthening her confidence, the statement destroyed it. It rendered her efforts insignificant. This raises the question of what goes on behind closed doors. Here's what makes it even more absurd, though. In the most spectacular conflict imaginable, the comparison just backfired.
But boy, if you piss off this fan base and Caitlin Clark leaves, it's lights out.
Kelly's comparison was analyzed by one admirer in a single, harsh way. Kelly just came up with the ideal analogy, even though she is unaware of it. Due to its emphasis on product quality, Apple was once a leader and innovator in the electronics industry. However, Apple is now a risk-averse firm that prioritizes branding and marketing over product quality. They have forgotten the lesson, which the Fever seems to have ignored, that the product's quality is crucial and everything else follows. Kelly, congrats. The Fever became an Apple because of you. The mission has been completed.
That was a powerful comment, bro. Powerful.
By comparing the Fever to contemporary Apple, a firm that has lost its innovation, what makes Apple Apple, and lost track of the quality of its products, this fan totally destroyed Anna's case. That's precisely what the Fever is experiencing at the moment. The analogy is ideal.
product. I'm sorry if you're under the belief that you think all these players were so great before they got here. That may be fine, but nobody cared, nobody watched. You're being warned by the fan base right now.
Millions of followers are going crazy over it on Twitter and other social media sites. The retaliation is immediate and brutal. Fans aren't merely whining. They are carefully organizing every aspect of their relocation. They intend to abstain from both the games and the purchasing of items. They want to strike the franchise's Wallace at the ideal moment.
This energy, Kelly. Don't run now. Don't run now.
That we want to sustain the growth and the interest level.
And I think the fans have good reason to be upset about.
All these people viewing these games, all these people showing up to your arena, they're showing up there for Caitlin Clark.
Purchased game tickets and helped shape Indiana into what it is today.
Still tanked by 60%. You could replace her with anybody and your viewership tanks by 60%, while whichever team she goes to's viewership doubles and triples.
What does the franchise do in exchange, though? Disregard the individual who has created this brand on their own.
But if it keep going at this rate, the fans are really going to boycott this basketball.
Let's use a comparison to put things in perspective. Michael Jordan was the brand back in the 1990s. The Chicago Bulls became a worldwide phenomenon after embracing his excellence. They did not minimize his magnificence. They didn't state, "We want to build the Bulls beyond Jordan." Instead, they constructed Bulls surrounding Jordan. That's precisely what's taking place right now.
But if you've got Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, the brand is going to build itself naturally.
The brand is Caitlin Clark. The figures show that she is currently Indiana Fever brand. Her entry into the WNBA has increased the franchise's prominence, revenue, and level of interest.
Cannot push aside your greatest assets, sideline them. You cannot, you can't take the spot.
Fans are impacted by her team's dramatic progress, which is fueled by her own success.
And I'm telling you right now, Kelly is running.
This is when things start to get interesting. The backlash against Kelly Krokoff grew intolerable, went into hiding. Her social media profiles were disabled. Indeed, she actually turned them off. She vanished. She fled and hid like a coward instead of confronting the people facing the music.
She's running. She don't want to give us answers. She's running.
You better be prepared to deal with the fallout if you have the boldness and courage to say things about the biggest celebrity in the franchise. However, Kelly would like to remove her accounts and act as though nothing had happened.
Yeah, I know the old saying, the chickens is coming home to roost. Well, that's exactly what is happening for the Indiana Fever front office, baby.
It appears that there has been a power struggle going on here for the past few months, as seen by Stephanie White's post-game remarks and attempts to undermine Clark, Cheryl Reeves' dismissal of her, and much more. The fan base and the franchise front office are engaged in a power struggle. The organization seeks to claim the money that Clark made on his own. Fans are not idiots, despite their attempts to present a counter-narrative to the audience. They don't believe it.
Y'all ain't controlling nothing. We got the power. We could quit watching, quit buying, and quite frankly, quit giving a ish about the Indiana Fever.
They are fully aware of their initial motivation for watching Indiana. The top player it acquired, Caitlin Clark, was the reason, not the franchise management.
The only organization that doesn't want to build around Caitlin Clark is the organization she's currently at.
I'm back in. The management of the Indiana Fever is attempting to minimize Clark's skill and aptitude. Kelly Krokoff's analogy to Apple failed because it revealed the franchise's dishonesty and lack of gratitude, exactly what fans wanted to know. The fans are clearly communicating. Every other franchise is prepared to immediately exchange everything for her. Imagine Caitlin Clark in Las Vegas, or what Phoenix could accomplish with her. Beavers have a gift that has been passed down through generations. Therefore, it's very puzzling what's wrong with them. What would she do if the company keeps downplaying her influence and doesn't build on her strengths?
You're not the Lakers. But anyway, yeah.
Please let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. Is this really a mistake on their part, or is it a calculated attempt to sideline Clark? For more WNBA truth, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.